Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Let's take a quick look here at Solana, see what's going on. Keep in mind, Bitcoin dominance is on the rise. Altcoins are struggling right now. It's not a good time to trade, but we do have a bit of a bottom here that we keep seeing retested. So it's either going to break or we're going to bounce. It's kind of simple, as straightforward as that. The key takeaway here is that today is an FOMC meeting. I recommend waiting until after to consider trading because it's just best practice to be patient in these situations like this and not try to force any trades. I understand the push or the anticipation of trying to buy the dip. That's all well and good for a spot bag, but with leverage, maybe a different story. So let's talk about that. First of all, speaking of leverage, 140 to 143 is that lower area of liquidation. That could very well get hit here next. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a quick candle wick down before the price recovers, or the opposite, shoots up and then goes down eventually. Generally speaking, we're in a bearish divergence. There's no hidden bullish convergence anywhere on the charts. I've seen some posts so far in our community about how people think that we're just going to bounce from here. While it's a distinct probability if Bitcoin stops, bleeding out, it's still, there's war efforts right now. Trump's going crazy on Twitter right now. It just doesn't make any sense. That's all. It's just too high a risk. Either way, we want to look at key levels to identify good places to consider dollar cost averaging if you're going to consider trading. Having said that, though, 1 billion in short liquidation delta, implying more shorts than longs in the market. Furthermore, open interest doesn't tell us too much, but there's a lot more above the price than below the price, reinforcing resistance, specifically at 155, and of course that 175 to 185 range. So let's take a look at the daily time frame, kind of work our way down and see where we're at. This divergence that I'm referring to is just consistent pattern of lower highs. Until we break that lower high pattern, there's no reason to take a long. I know you want to take a long at the quote-unquote dip. You're better off waiting for confirmation and letting the price action recover first. You're better off taking a long at this point or at a better point at a higher price than you are to try to take it right now. It's just too high of risk. Sorry, I sound like a broken record. I just need to make sure to reiterate that because some people seem to think that these are good buying opportunities. Truth is, if Bitcoin continues lower, it's going to be a really bad day here soon for Solana. We're at our last line of defense. Okay. All that being said, everything's diverging on the daily time frame. There's nothing confirming we're going to shift gears. 4-hour time frame also spells the same situation and scenario for us. So what we want to look at here is just more so like macro points of control if there are any. So let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit and see. We do have a lot of control right now at 145, so we are at our current support range. If we lose that, the secondary area of support would be this 128 to 130 range based on, not open interest specifically, but more so points of control below the price. They're roughly the same thing. So the key takeaway here is that the best trade is to not trade at all. Wait for a definitive direction to be established first. You are probably more statistically likely to find success shorting the market right now than taking a long. That's the easy way to understand it. So I'm going to hang out on the sidelines until FOMC is done. See if we can pick a direction. I'm planning to short Bitcoin in the 106 to 107K range, roughly, if we even see that level. Okay, and a lot of things can change between now and then. I'm not just going to blindly do that. I'm waiting for FOMC, reevaluate, we'll go from there, okay? I hope you do the same thing as well. Join us over on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you haven't yet already, and we'll look forward to seeing the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.